Hey everybody, welcome back to C.Dat.Guy Review Movies. My name's Christian, and for this week we are going to review Parasite. I'm really excited to do this review just because I've been hearing so much about this movie. I personally don't watch too many international movies unless there's a lot of people talking about it, and this movie has generated quite the buzz. I am familiar with the director of Bong JoonHo, just because he's made quite a name for himself over the last decade or so. Even though I haven't watched any of his movies, I am aware of the 2006 horror monster movie The Host, the 2013 Chris Evans action film Snowpiercer, and Okja, which came out on Netflix a couple years ago. As far as Rotten Tomatoes has told me, he is a pretty critically acclaimed director and he hasn't made a bad movie yet. Since this is my first time watching any of his movies, I have no idea what to expect. But since this film won the Palme d'Or award over at this year's Cannes Film Festival, I was expecting it to be at least good at the minimum. So, does this movie live up to the reputation of the best movie of the year? Well, let's find out. So here is Parasite. Like I said, I didn't know what to expect. When it comes to international movies, it could be a hit or a miss for me. But regardless, if I don't understand the language, the culture, or the background, I always end up asking myself these three questions when it comes to watching movies. Do I understand what's happening? Do I relate to the characters or the story? And do I care of what's going on screen? And for this movie, I say yes to all of that. So I didn't know this movie was going to be a thriller. I thought it was going to be like a family drama, kind of like a soap opera or something. And for those who don't know, my current favorite movie genre is a thriller, just because when it comes to a thriller, you do have drama thrown in there. And then depending on what kind of storyline is going on, you can have a little bit of horror, you can have a bit of mystery, and you can have a bit of action. So the fact that it shifts from like this comedy to a thriller, that was actually a bonus surprise for me. Out of the fear of butchering their names, I'm just gonna refer to the main cast that we follow, which is the Kim family, as the father, the mother, the son, and the daughter. Out of curiosity, I just kind of looked through the background of each actor just to know how much they've actually had experience. So the mother looks like she hasn't done much. The daughter has broken into mainstream media recently over the last couple years. I did recognize the son as the baseball guy from Train to Busan, which is a great movie, by the way. And then the father has worked with the director before on The Host and Okja and is considered one of the best Korean actors working today. Despite the different amount of experience that each actor had, what I really liked is that their chemistry was there the whole time. And in a way, they're also portraying two characters because on one end, we have them as a down on their luck family who really cares for each other, and then on the other hand, they were portraying great posers. The son and the daughter both become tutors, the mom becomes a housemaid, and the dad becomes a driver. And what really makes it interesting is that they're not professional con artists, but rather they're just people who want to do their job very well just so they can put food on the table. And the other family that the Kim family gets to meet is the wealthy Park family, which consists of a father and a mother, a son and a daughter, a housemaid, and three dogs. The children don't get to do much, but Mr. and Mrs. Park, or at least the actors portraying them, have quite a bit of experience under their belts, and so they play this rich couple who think they have everything under control, but really they don't. Mrs. Park in particular played the naive and overly dramatic wife in comedic fashion, while Mr. Park portrayed the firm, busy, but also laid back husband. And I don't know if it was the casting director or just the director himself, whoever put these actors together, they did a great job just because their interactions were so believable, they were so great, and this is really a phenomenal ensemble. So basically, the story goes like this. The Kim family struggles day to day by trying to find any job possible in order to survive in their apartment basement. The son has a friend who is going to study abroad, and so that friend is trying to convince the son to pose as a college student in order to become an English tutor for the daughter of the wealthy Park family. And so he takes that job, and one by one, the Kim family just find ways to work for the Park family and live off of their money. Hence the title, Parasite. Don't worry, that's not a spoiler. Even with the Park's son dropping little hints about the truth of the Kim family, Mr. and Mrs. Park have no idea that they're being manipulated, and they just see it as a series of fortunate connections. Roughly the first half of the movie plays like a comedy with a bit of drama, and then there's this pivotal scene in the movie where it shifts from a comedy into a thriller. I did have a feeling that something was going to happen in the movie, but what actually happened was something I didn't imagine, and it made it much more effective for me. And from there, the tension and the drama really gets up there, but the comedy is still thrown in. So now that I think about it, it plays out pretty much like a dark comedy. Through the character interactions, you also get a good amount of commentary about social classes and how they treat one another. And I also really liked there's so many scenes, at least the way they shoot it, that put me on the edge of my seat and wonder what's going to happen next. The director did a really good job of really grabbing my attention and not letting it go. And really, it almost felt like watching like Ocean's 11, kind of like the thrill of it, and but on a much smaller scale. So, does this movie live up to the hype of the best movie of the year? And my answer, sorry, but Avengers Endgame, sorry Toy Story 4, sorry Joker, sorry Spider-Man Far From Home, sorry John Wick 3. You'll all have to step aside because I think this is indeed the best movie of the year. The story, the characters, the direction, it was all brilliant. I can't really find anything negative to say about it at the moment. And trust me, there is so much more that happened in the movie that I can't say in this review because I really don't want to spoil it for you guys. I will give this movie a 10 out of 10 for its great characters, its intense moments, its comedic dialogue, its beautiful cinematography, and especially for that wild ending. When the credits started rolling, I was left speechless. I really couldn't believe what I saw. Even though I haven't seen any of Bong JoonHo's other movies yet, I now really want to watch them. And then also, even if I haven't watched him yet, I do believe that this is his best one. Hopefully, you can get some Oscar nominations besides Best Foreign Language Film. Just for me, I think we can throw in Best Cinematography, or Best Screenplay, Best Director, or hey, maybe even Best Picture. If you like a dark comedy or family drama with some spice, or just a solid story with stellar performances, I'm telling you right now, please give this movie a chance. Don't let the international status or the subtitles or maybe just the Korean background discourage you in any way. I really highly recommend to go see that movie. Alright guys, so there's my movie review for Parasite. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you want, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I really don't care. But if you do want to see any more movie reviews from this guy, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!